You ever want to torture your best friend, your neighbor, or even maybe some of your friends? Make sure to take them over to Cats. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing the brand new Broadway adaptation to the movies, and that is of Cats. It's about a group of people who look like cats in this movie, and they, in a sense, are a part of a cult. This is kind of what I got from the movie. And they are starring in their own version of America's Got Talent, and the winner gets to go on to their next life. Did I sum that up correctly? Because that's exactly what I got from the movie. To be honest here, here's the thing with Cats. I was not looking forward to this movie. The trailers were intriguing, but it kind of looked like a horror film in that sense. And also adding in, I'm not a major fan of musicals. Like, whatsoever. Not a major fan. But here's the thing. When it comes to a musical, I can either appreciate it, and if it has a very good story, and it's very well made, I can sometimes even like it. Tom Hooper, who directed Cats, also directed Les Mis, and that's the thing. I really like Les Mis, and I appreciate it, I love it, I think it's a fantastic film. So going into Cats, even though I had all these pre-notion things, I went in going, I could possibly like this. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't. Sorry. This movie was very open-minded, saying, I could possibly like this. Like, this could be something kind of unique. And while it's unique, the second a cat jumped out on screen, I started bursting out laughing. It's very hard for me to take it serious. And that's kind of one of my main issues with the whole entire movie. And yeah, it kind of sucks in that route. But before I get any further into this review, guys, make sure again to hit that like and subscribe. And if you guys enjoy early movie reviews like this on a daily basis, I talk tons of movies over here on every single day. And make sure to comment down below, guys, as well. And let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this film. Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Let's discuss it down below. Are you guys even looking forward to it? Let's talk about it. Before I get into any cons on this movie, I do want to go through my pros, though, because while I do have definitely more cons for this movie, I think there are some fascinating ideas in here and some fascinating things that are always great in some of these films. And one of the major elements that I have to give is the production design. The production design is excellent. And I mean, honestly, a lot of the shots in here too, which go back to the cinematography, are beautiful. I mean, I really liked a lot of the background scape, and I really am curious to see how they really created the sets in here, because they are quite unique and some of my favorites that I've actually seen in musicals in this last decade, which is quite surprising to say the least. And I think Cats needs a major shout out for that. I'll also give a shout out to the visual effects team. You guys tried. Did it work? Sometimes. But most of the time, it still took me out of the thing, and I knew no matter what you did, are you going to have people in suits, or are you going to do it visual effects? It's a big task at hand, and you tried. And I can give you major credits for that. Also, going to the performances, here's the thing. A lot of the music, I wasn't the biggest fan of. But I will say there are a couple songs that stuck out to me. One of the ones that actually absolutely stuck out to me the most was Taylor Swift's song. I absolutely thought she was really good. And of course, she's a great singer, and she was great in singing her song. It also goes to Francesca Hayward, who's also a big newcomer to this. Thought she was good. Idris Elba, he's great to always see on the scene. Judi Dench, Ian McKellen, good. And even going over to Jennifer Hudson, you'd always have to give a big shout out to her because she's an excellent actress and she's a great singer. Even felt at times, though, that even though Jennifer Hudson's a great actress and she's a great singer, it felt like this was like her Anne Hathaway role, like how Anne Hathaway had for Les Mis, this was her role for Cats. And one of my major issues with the Cats movie is the fact that there is zero character progression and, in a sense, zero character development at all. And I know it's a musical, but I've seen many musicals that can go into character progression and all this sort of stuff. And I know that's not the reasoning for it, but it's hard for me to get behind a story when I can't get behind the characters. And that's one of my major things, is that Cats starts off as singing, and it keeps going on all the way through. And it just never had time to have even really develop into any of these characters. I know there are going to be many people who like this movie, and that's awesome. I hope you do. I just came out just not feeling the best about it. And I think a lot of that also goes down to the way that they shot the film. While I praised the cinematography on how it looked, the way that they swayed the camera gave me a little bit of a motion sickness to it. It's because they frame it like you are a cat. It's trying to put you into the sequence. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Like, it truly is weird for me to say it. It makes me feel like you're talking like a cat. And the way that everything moves and sways around, it's very weird. And I get what they were going for. It just gave me a little bit of a motion sickness, and maybe I'm the only one that's going to have that. It is quite unique. I can give it at that the most. Really, I think, again, one of the things I mentioned earlier is the second a cat person jumped out, I started laughing, and I couldn't control it. it was hard for me to take this film serious, which sucks because that is one of my major issues with this movie is the tonal shifts. There are times where it's very dramatic, and there are times where it's very comedic, but it just goes back and forth with no seamless intertwining into it, which sucks because some films can absolutely do that, but I didn't think Cats captured that element too well. It became one of the major issues throughout the whole film because we'll get cat puns, we'll get cat songs here that are about cat puns, and all this sorts of stuff that kind of just don't mesh with the other dramatic tones that are going into it, and I wish they would have just chose one or the other, because it just felt like, are you trying to go too overly serious, or are you trying to go more comedic route? What are you trying to do? Like I mentioned, this is going to be, I really know this is going to be a cult classic. People are going to absolutely fall in love with this, maybe for the right reasons, maybe for the wrong reasons. I'm in the camp that I don't ever care to really see this film again. Before I give you guys my final thoughts on Cats, make sure to get in the comment down below. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this film. Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Did you guys just go see it for Taylor Swift? Let me know down below in the comments, guys. Make sure, again, to hit that like and subscribe button. And also head over to Sam Sean Films if you guys are interested in seeing movies early. And, of course, a big thank you to you and a big thank you to my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Cats is a unique film for sure. Is it one that I enjoyed? Not particularly. It gave me a major headache because of the motion swaying of the whole camera sequence. While unique at the best, I didn't think it worked for the most part. Yes, I laughed my ass off at certain moments when a cat human person jumped out. I don't even know what to describe it as. The concept is weird. I can appreciate it for that much, and I can definitely appreciate the production design and a lot of the singing in here, and even the performances. They were given what was on paper. Singing of the songs, I have no issues with. It just comes down to the mannerisms and the tonal shifts within it that really took me out of the whole film in itself. And really with no character progression and not really fleshing out every single cat person in here, or even fleshing out the main ones, it leads you to kind of feel a little bit iffy on it. Again, it's a unique idea. And there are going to be some people who love this. There's going to be a lot of people who hate it. And there's going to be people who love this for the wrong reasons. I'm in the camp that I don't ever care to see this film again. That's just my personal opinion. Again, not a big musical fan, but I can be won over. I just wasn't won over here. So with all that said, I'm going to give Cats a D+. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Cats. Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Let's discuss it down below, guys. And of course, if you guys are also new here, look out for a bunch of other reviews coming up soon. I just did my Star Wars review earlier this morning, Mandalorian review also earlier this morning, and of course, I also have a review for Uncut Gems coming out very soon this week, and that's going to be a fun one to talk about, guys. So, guys, of course, until next time, if I happen not to see you for the rest of this year, I hope you have a happy New Year's, and of course, may the Force be with us all, because if you go see Cats, I hope you like it.